I would like to start by saying that I have not always been good with friends. Yes, I know this is a podcast about friendships. Oh, wait, hold up. I forgot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Queen Konging with the Queen Kong. The Queen Kong is me and you are Queen Kongers. Are you with it? Tunafuata, tuko fiti. So let's go again. Disclaimer, Mimi, see, I've not always been good with friends. Like, I've struggled. But I think I've gotten somewhere, honestly. Okay, so this is it. When I was in primary school, I had many people around me because I'm very loud. I'm loud. I'm social. I can go out. I had many people around me, but in as much as I can remember, like especially in school, I only had one friend, and this is the chick that we used to go home together. She is the same. That was my friend. She was my best friend. We went to the same school for all those years, and it was her. And then in high school, high school is where the problem was. Mainly because I think I was older than I was. In terms of I am an old soul, and I'm not trying to say this in a romantic way. I didn't know how to conform. I've never known how to conform. So, and high school is all about conforming and being with the crowd. And mimi ilinishinda. So high school yote mi sikuwa naelewana na wase, especially classmates wangu. If any of my classmates in Form 4 North, from Form 1 to Form 4 North is listening to this, you can comment and tell this crowd how you all didn't like me from Form 1 to Form 4. And mainly because I just didn't know how to conform. I remember one particular incident where guys were complaining that food, like vitu zinauzwa kwa canteens zimeongezwa bei. I legit lifted up my hand and said, you guys, sidhani mtu wa canteen anaweza decide tu kuongeza bei. My mom has a shop and therefore I understand. I think people almost stoned me at that time. They were so pissed at me. So I've not always been good with friends. I have struggled with friendship. However, I think I've gotten to a point where I am better with friendships. When I was going into campus, first, let me tell you my campus story. When guys my dad threatened me if I don't join campus in the May of the year after Memaliza Form 4, like the next year, May, hata nilipia campo. So I had to get a campo and join it immediately after high school. And I remember I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Previously, it was law, and that didn't work out so well. So I was to find what I want to do and the campus where I want to do it and join it. My parents are gangsters, so they were not going to help me in that process. Ikakuwa niende nijitafutie. So this day, I call one of the people I was in high school with, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Nataka kushia Jacob because I wanted to go as far away from home as possible. Unajua ngeo mentality nadhani nitafungiwa, so nataka kuepa home. Nikamwambia nataka kwenda Jacob ni enroll campo. Akaniambia do Jacob ni 2,000 na KU ni 1,000 na 500 15. Come KU. Niko for real, unajua ile course nataka kudu gani biko. I think pia mimi ndadu hiyo. Wacha ni come tupatane hapo kwa gate sangapi. And then he agreed. Guys, that's how I joined campo. Like, I had no plot. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to do it. Someone who I was in high school with just said, we are going to KU. And me, I went to the flow. So this someone who I was in high school with, imagine. So we were friends in high school. Bahash was a conformer to the crowd. So, like, we were friends because, like, her parents wouldn't come for her visiting. So my mom would visit her. Like, if her parents are not coming through, they'd call my mom. So, like, we were friends. But it was like chini ya maji because people didn't want to be associated with me because me, I was all radical. So, so she couldn't be my friend openly, but she was my friend. So, after high school, obviously now she can't feature. So, we became friends. And we've been friends since, by the way, it's been more than 10 years. How many years has it been, sis, man? I joined high school in 2007. And we're in 2020. Yoni, 13 years. Tunafaa kufanya bashu, guy. And she was telling me that story, Juzi. The reason as to why she became my friend is because when she joined our school, because she came in way later, like in the middle of the first term, I was so kind to her and no one else was, so we became friends. I didn't even know. Oh, I know. That's funny story. So anyway, she has been my friend for now 13 years. And like I think that's my longest lasting, solid, still working friendship. 13 years. And I have I don't have a whole bunch of friends now. I just have like a kasako. Najua venye watu wanasemanga wako na kasmall circle. I have a kasako of my own, of some people who I am privileged actually to call friends. And I think I've created this friendships over time. And there are a few things that I think I've learned along the way. And one of them is that friendship take time, and friendship are relationships like any other, and they need to be worked on. This 13-year-old friendship I didn't wake up to it. Like, it has been work. We have kosanad, we've had to sit down and talk about things, had conversation. Bibi na bwana will have had conversation. Guys, if you want solid, rooted, authentic, genuine friendships, you have to also have hard conversations in your friendships. If you're doing surface level, mnapatana, tunadunda, tunabai manguo. Guys, if you can't have deep, hard conversations, then it will never be a solid, authentic friendship. That's number one. Like, tumekosana na dem, as in, ile kukosana ya, yo, go die. And we've pulled through it, maze. Like, amenitenda, nimemtenda, tumetendana. But also we've had good times. Like, that chick has bailed me out more times than I care to remember. Like, ilipia rent at some point, all those things. But it's been work. It's been so much work. The other thing I realized is your friends don't need to be your friends' friends. Kuna kitu si udu, especially kama dem, especially me kwanza, I am a victim of this, but it's a lesson I've had to learn the hard way. I try bring all my friends together in one pot, but I realized they can't. Like, they're different. People are so different. So your friends don't need to be friends. They just need to be your friend as a person. They don't, lakini wakijel pia ni poa, which is, mi napendanga wase wakijel, tukwe mabesi si wade. But it's not necessary, guys. Watu wanaweza katu huko dunia yao, and it is fine. The other thing, tuko point number 3. Aki inakuanga class. I think mi ni mwalimu by nature. Podcast yangu ni class. Point number 3. Your friends are different. Like, how you deal with one friend cannot be how you deal with another friend. People are very different, and you need to meet people where they are so that they can also meet you where you are. What that means is some friends of yours will be introverts, others will be extroverts. As in, there should be understanding, and take time to understand your friends. Know what they like, what they don't like. Like, some of my friends don't like crowds, and me I like crowds. I'm a sanguine, 100. So, like, my friends don't like crowds, I wouldn't drag them to crowds. I will, like, my best friend, uwe mwenye tumekuwa naye 13 years, osio mwire tuleke gwere. Ananioneshanga mambo kwa sababu huyo msichana hapendangi place kuna wase wengi, ajui akirasikia hii podcast, gosh, ajui interact na watu. So, like, I really think where I'm inviting her to, like, I have to really think before I invite her somewhere, because I don't want her to be uncomfortable, because it's not her crowd, man. So your friends are different. They're different from you. They're different from each other, and you can't deal with all of them the same way. I have people who I party with. I have people who, and I'm not a partier, but tule tu party twangu. I have people who, I think just understand people and meet them where you are. Number 4, you cannot force friendships. If you're doing all the heavy lifting, it is probably not worth it. Do not force friendships. And friendships as well can be toxic. Your friends can destroy your life. In fact, I think I should have led with this point, because friends have the capacity to build you, and friends have the capacity to bring you down. Sis, bro, You don't need that friend if they're not adding value to your life. By the way, actually, isn't it point 15 zimeunganishwa kwa point moja? Kama mseha add value to your life. Why are we even friends again? Imagine, let's be friends if we're adding value to each other's life. And I don't mean to like, as in inakuwa ni business, ati friendship ni business, but tukikaa chini, what are we talking about? You know, like, me, I don't need people with banter all the time, you know, and it's banter that's, please. Let's be friends that build each other. We can correct each other. We can, love on each other, affirm each other, all those things. Like, friendships can build you and break you, because you, at the end of the day, are the sum total of the 5 people you hang out most with. So check your 5 people, your 5 very close friends. Are they people who have values that are same as yours? Oh, this is point number 5. Values. Friendship should be based on values. They can't just be friends as in too evil. Like, why are we friends again? What is it that we have in common? And these points, I'm bringing them together because sort of they intermingle. Like, values are important and they will help you to be better friends if you have common things that bring you together. Because, for example, I am a Christian and I'm a believer. All my girlfriends, all my girlfriends are believers as well. We are people who will sit down over wine and share about God and the word of God. That is something that happens. In fact, I should tell you this very amazing story before I close. On the day that I was graduating, and this is an amazing story, by the way, I may miss out on such a dope story. On the night of my graduation, I had said that mimi nimesoma campo 7 years. So for a 4-year course, I call it my bachelor in my BCom in medicine. So on my graduation, I had vowed I will not go to a club. 1, because I don't like clubs. 2, I cannot pray for something and celebrate it in a club. So I had vowed I will not go to a club. So after the celebrations were over during the day, my pals were like, oh, so what's plot? I'm like, I have plot. I just want a plot. I was msiende mahali. Tutulie tu tungoje ndo wape a plot. So guys, tukamaliza your stuff. Come home, nikamwambia, me, I don't think we're going to a club because it's Sunday. There's no club that's open that will bamba. And anyway, clubs are not for us, you guys. Because all of them, akini wase wameokoka, by the way. See, we go to my crib. If you guys want to get drunk, we can buy alcohol and get drunk, but in my crib. And we put music. So guys came over to my place. Kuna wengine wajokoka, but most of them wameokoka, by the way. Lakini wanakunywanga pombe. We are growing. Anyway, guys came over. We bought mamzinga over here and even wine. And we sat down and we was listening to music. Halfway through, tumeshaangusha mzinga moja na tulikuwa wase 5 ama 6. 1 2 wasita. Mzinga moja imeanguka, champagne, tulikuwa na champagne moja imeanguka. Tukaanza kuongea stories of God, and we started talking about some sermons we've listened to and stuff. And at some point we started praying and people were speaking in tongues. That's my crowd, you guys. Like, we love having a good time and we love the Lord. So guys, when you're choosing your friends, I hope and I pray that you will choose guys who you share values with. This story is, I don't know, it is very many things, but I hope you learn the lesson I'm trying to teach you. And you get the point, guys. Get friends who build you, friends who you share the same values with. Take time building your friendships. Invest in your friendship. Invest time. Invest all sorts of things. Gifts. Buy your friends gifts. Oh, my language of love is gifts. So buy your friends gifts. Take time with them. Think about them. Grow them. Pray for them. Lift each other up. And more than anything, become a queen conger. And tell a friend to tell a friend that there's queen conging, and follow on all our social media pages. I am really trying to be active. So guys, please go check out at the queen conging on Instagram and queen_conging on Twitter, and Facebook, Queen Kong. Love you guys, and yeah, have a good time. Make good friendships. Hello and welcome to the Queen Konging with the Queen Kong. I am back. I am so sorry for the 3 weeks that I have been away. It is not intentional. Life happened and life happens. Ndio, si tunaelewa. We keep it moving. Kama besti yako alikuwa amesema hata isikiza tena Georgia nisikie wiki 3. Mkumbushe tumerudi na ubaya. So, Queen Konging with the Queen Kong. Remember to follow all our pages, guys, on Twitter at Queen_Konging, on Instagram at the inaandikwa THEE Queen Kong, and Facebook ni Queen Kong too. Now, today is about friendship. We all have friends and we've had stories. Mimi, I will just share my personal experiences like I do every other week, and hope that maybe it succeeds in one or another. I have not always been the best at friendships, and it's because at different times of my life I have had different experiences, but let's go through this, yeah? So I was a small girl when I was growing up. When I was in primary school, there were friends. So where I lived and where I went to school was a bit of a distance. So I had friends from home and I had friends from school. In school, I had so many people around me because I'm a sanguine and I talk to people a lot. So I had so many people around me at every given time. However, I had very few friends. I actually think in all my primary school, I only had one friend. And that's my best friend at that time. My childhood best friend who we just grew up together. We lived in the same neighborhood. We'd go home together and come back in the morning together. And one thing that that pops in my mind even as I share that is that, you see, that friendship, but we had to work on that friendship. Why? She was not allowed to get home before me, and I was not allowed to get home before her. So for that reason, kama tumekosana the whole day, whatever had happened through the day, we had to be friends by Joni, because Joni, we have to go home together. And then in the morning, especially when we were younger, because I started going to that school when I was in when I was in class 2. And I remember that it's her dad who used to take us. And since it's her dad, si lazima niharakishe nimalize mapema niende nimchukue kwao ndo tutoke na dad babake. Our late father, alikuwa alitwa daddy, alikuwa baba yetu si wote. And so I had to get ready and go to their place. So imagine, jana jioni mlifight. Lakini asubuhi na mapema unaamka, huyo ndo mtu wa kwanza utaenda kuona, and you have to go to school together. So regardless of whatever issues we had to work through them. And I learned, I don't think that's where I learned it, but there's a lesson here that friendships are like any other relationship. It's like a romantic relationship, only that there's no romance. You have to work on it. You have to intentionally take the initiative to work on your friendship. If you don't, it will not work. You can't just sit and be absent. You can't just sit and never call someone and expect that they'll always call you. You know, you can't just, the same way, you call me fast. See, relationship, I won't call you if you don't call me. Same thing in a friendship. It applies. You have to put in effort. You have to buy gifts for your friend. Okay, you don't have to buy gifts because you don't have money, but it's nice to gift your friend every once in a while. You have to make them feel appreciated, feel loved. It is important. You actually need to learn the love languages of your friends so that you can express love to them through those love languages. It is a relationship like any other. Please take time and work on that relationship like you would any other relationship that you have in your life. The other thing, I remember now when I was in high school, I was very radical. I believed in what I believed and I didn't care for anything else. For that reason, I had no friends, almost no friends. And anyone who had to be my friend was my friend under the ways. Such that it's in my birthday, but don't go telling people we are friends. And it was wrong at that time. But I understand why actually it's only one person who we are friends with since high school. And that one chick, really, for her it was important to fit in. For me, it was not. Me, I didn't care whether I fit in or I don't. And for her, it was very important that she fit in. And we were really close friends because if her mom is not coming to see her in school, they would call my mom. And like my mom would visit her instead. But I remember it was important. Her image was important to her. Me, I didn't care for image. So what ended up happening is we were friends, but chinia ways. But I've seen that friendship just mature all the way through. We are friends up to and until now. That's I think my longest and still strong friendship. And honestly, what I can say is we have worked for that friendship. We have intentionally put in time, and we've had really hard conversations within that friendship. Like, tunakosana ile for real, and then we sit down and we decide, do we want this friendship to move forward? Do we need to give each other time? You guys, friendship is work. And we have pulled through in that relationship in that way. But the other thing I've learned from that 12-year-old relationship, since 2008 till now, wait, isn't miaka ngapi? Yeah, since 2008 till now is 12 years, yeah? And the other thing I've learned is that you need to learn your friends, know them, understand them, and meet them where they are so that they can also meet you where you are. This particular friend of mine who we've been this close for this long, she does not like crowds. And me on the other side, being the sanguine that I am, I love crowds. So most of the time, I have to think of where I am inviting her because she needs to be comfortable as well. And this is just a point of understanding. It's not like, oh, najifanyanga. You just need to understand people and where they're coming from. She's not a crowd person. I'm a crowd person. So if I'm inje with some strangers who we just, like, I won't bring her into that crowd. I'll bring her into a crowd that I know these are solid people, these are grounded people, they'll be just chill. Na si watu wengi, because she doesn't like crowds. So what I'm just trying to say is know your friends, understand your friends, meet them at where they are so that your friendship can work, so that they can also be able to meet you where you are. Something else I've realized is I love bringing people together and making them happy, and I have friends from all over. So constantly I've been caught trying to wekanisha my friends in one basket. Kujeni hapa to have bash, unajua? But I've realized it's not possible most of the time. Why? Because people are different, and your friends don't have to be friends. They are your friends. You should be fine with that. You don't have to have a small circle that is connected all through. Like, your circle is just your circle, and I've seen this because some of my friends have children. Like, this is an example even you can use in your own life. If some of your friends have children and others don't, the priorities of these two different people will be very different, and therefore you can't mix them all and put them in one basket. You're doing venye life equal, so you can't. So don't try to make all your friends. Like, kila mtu iko na mabesti zake, but they're your friends. I don't know if you get that point, Manzi. And also, the other thing I've learned over time is that learn when to let go. Manzi, friendships can be toxic. There are friends who are overly competitive and they will just constantly try to compete with you. Akiona umenunua kiatu mpya ndo huyo kaka ameenda kubekia tukayo. Manzi wewe hata huko akili yako iko huko. I think I had one friend like that. Like, this chick was constantly competing with me. I don't even know how to compete because I don't run anyone's league, Mazi. If I come to your place and I find you have a 62 TV inch, I won't change my stand on TVs just because you have a 62 TV inch. Mimi, I will not put a TV in my house. Full stop. Whether you have 100 inch or you have 500 inch, that will not change my stand on whether or not I should have a television in my house. And when I'm doing things even in my house, I will base that basing on what I want. But other people, manze mtu anataka kukimbizana na wewe, unakimbia unaishia. We all have our own races to run, manze. We can't kimbizana. And if your friends can't understand that, and you have friends who don't do a chorea, I say, by the way, they're just toxic. The other friends who keep blackmailing you, other friends who talk down on you and they're bringing you down, friends who are high maintenance, kuna hao pia, they're friends who just don't like you, they don't want to see you succeed. Every time you succeed, wanna jam. Other people who just, you need affirmation sometime, and maybe your words of affirmation are your language of love. Say you bring down. You don't need someone like that in your life. Cut them off, and don't feel the need to pay homage to the years that you've been friends. It doesn't matter if you've been friends for 10 years. If your realization came today, cut that person off. There's no need of being friends with people like that. The other thing I've realized over time with friendship is values are important. And why are we friends? Always ask that question with the people who are around you. Why are we friends? Do our values align? If I'm a believer, are my people believers? If I am a drinker, are my people drinkers? Things like that. Why are you friends? Other things I say, the reason is, okay, one, you're a subtotal of the people who you spend most time with. Whether you like it or not, the traits they have will rub off on you. If your people are go-getters, hata kama ulikuwa mlazy na maybe uko unajua kugo-get, utaanza kugo-get. That's just how it is. So check your friends and see what values do you share. What brings you together? Are they positive things or are they negative things? Also, do you share the same values? Maybe unasemanga wewe ni mse unataka 2020 unataka kuacha kukunywa, but una hang out around wase wenye ukata mai all the time. How will you stop? Asi wakienda kukata mai na si ati ni kufungwa umefungwa na daktari. Si pia utataka kukata mai ala. That's the thing, maze. Surround yourself with the people who you want, like who you share values with. All my girlfriends are believers. Every one of them. I have friends who are not believers, but the people who I spend most time with, they are believers. Na si ati siezi kwa mabeste. In fact, niko na mabeste wengi wenye wajokoka, but honestly, wale wenye watakuwa around me 99% of the time ni wase wameokoka juu. Lazima wako na point to me. Word, umekuwa ukisikia nini in the spirit sister. Unajua, like lazima tuko tunaweza kushare vitu kaa hizo. People who will pray for you. An incident happened in my house some time back when guys had come here. Tulikuwa tumekam to good chill. And then, sometimes girls want to drink some wine, and in the middle of all what that was going on, guys broke out into a prayer. Like katikati ya usiku saa 8 tulikuwa tunachill tu tunasikiza ngoma tunajibamba. And it became, we need to pray. There's something we need to pray about now and now. As in, wasi wakaanza kuangusha mandimi huku. I don't speak in tongues. Mabeste zangu na walikuwa speak in tongues huku. I don't know if you get my point. People who you share values with are so important. Ask the question, why are we friends? That will save you a lot of time. The other thing, and I think this is what I'll close with, pray. Pray for the right people to be around you. Maybe you're struggling and you want a new bunch of people around you. Pray for that, by the way. Bring it to God. God, you wanna prayers ka hizo. Like, hizo ni important prayers to you. And even small things, they move God. Therefore, pray for your friends, the people who you want to be around you. Pray for that thing. I think I have really prayed for that, and I'm very grateful and I'm very privileged to be surrounded by some dope ladies and men as well. Manze, kuna beshte yangu fulani westi pole. Si ati nakutambua mtu wangu. As in, this guy is a very good friend of mine. Like, pray for, I am very privileged to have some very dope friends in my life who have surrounded me. Pray for that. And I know I have really prayed for it to get to this point. So even you, that's something you should actually commit to prayer. To whoever you pray to, ask them to surround you with the right people. Actually, and if you don't pray and you send energies to the universe, ask the universe. And Paulo Coelho, my favorite writer, once said that the universe conspires when we know what we want. It will conspire to give you what you want. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. I pray that in this week you will be able to make better friendships. And see you next week right here on Queen Konging. Bye. Tell a friend, and like all our pages. Like, please, guys. Akini jaribu kupost content. Jaribuni kuni encourage. Nama likes, nama views, nama you're doing a good job, Allah. Sasa, thank you.